Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? It's your boy Kev Eternal here again, back with another video. It's been I think a month or so, I don't know, but I gotta keep doing these things consistent. So here I am. I didn't know really what the subject was, and so okay, I was just thinking of something real quick, and here's the subject that been helping me. I think the last video I was put let go of the pain. Well, I have been doing that and I got a lot better. The pain disappeared. And I still find myself angry and upset. Angry and upset. And here's some the processing I've been doing or what I've come across. I watched a video or something clip or something that said you're overeating or this and stuff like that because you're looking for love. You're looking for the warmth of love, and so then you might find it in the warmth of food or something else or whatever, or you're looking at pornography or whatever, looking for love. You're looking for some kind of something, but you're looking for love and you're hoping to get some kind of interaction in a kind of safe kind of way or something to that nature. And it's like, okay, yeah, I overeat and do stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. So, and I'm processing that. And then lately, too, I've been driving around, still driving trucks. And then I find myself angry. And then I pray. And then I find myself keep coming back to these angry thoughts. Some of them made up. Some of them have truth to them. Or if there's something that has truth to it and then I exaggerate it. And I've hit another breakthrough. It's been told to me before, but I couldn't see it to now, was that where a lot of anger comes from. Hey, I'm like they said, you're looking for love. And in my household, my parents, they raised me good and everything like that, but there's still flaws in their raising me where it was a transactional thing. Hey, you have to do your grades have to be good. You have to do this. You have to do that in order to, get good things happen to you. So they didn't focus on the love. They focus on the transaction. When I complain, like, oh, my parents don't care about me and stuff like that. I said things like that. And people get upset and they tell my mother and I'm like, oh, well, we took you here. We took you there. You're always saying something. It's like, yeah, but they're focusing on the transaction. You're not spending time with me. You're not talking to me. You're busy. And it's like, well, here, I'm busy. I don't got time for you like that. But here's some toys. Here, I took you to McDonald's. All right, now go eat your food. Be quiet. Go here. I couldn't articulate it as a kid, but it's like, hey, you're focusing on transactional ways of doing. Like, oh, I'm showing my concern for you through transactions. You got a toy. You went to the park. You went to the amusement park or something like that. And so they focused on that. And not to here to be all day trying to badmouth my parents. I'm just trying to say that's that's what happened to me. And so then I started treating people in a transactional way and everything. And I never really learned love like that. And I learned transactions. So if I did something for people and they didn't give me a certain kind of reaction, I get upset. And I'm like, oh, well, it's not an equal transaction. I did this and that for you. You got to do something for me. I didn't believe in love. It's like I'm doing something for you, hoping to get something back because that's how things work, is through transactions. And so I learned transactional interactions over love. I didn't learn love. So then I'm constantly looking for love. And since I don't really know what it is or whatever, or never dealt with it, I'm having troubles in life. And so then that comes the anger. Somebody says something to me that I don't like or something. If you don't portray me in a certain light, it was like, well, I'm not going to get love. I'm not going to get people want to do transactional things with me in a positive way. So therefore, there comes the anger. There comes the narcissism I might have talked about in other videos where it's like, okay, well, don't call me out in front of other people. Don't say certain things to me because that's embarrassing. You're getting people to look at me in a not so good light, and that's not fair. That's not right. I'm struggling. I don't even get, the love or whatever from my parents at home or anything. I'm trying my best out here. and you're making it hard for me. Why you call me out in front of other people? Why couldn't you pull me to the side? Why you couldn't do things? So one of my homeboys was telling me, well, lots of people got yelled at and different things like that. Well, why didn't you interpret it? Well, my homeboy one, we, you know, I don't know how true this is, whatever. But we were saying that he was telling me also to another time, the opposite sex parent has the biggest kind of effect on your emotional upbringing. So like, so when my homeboy, he's a man, and then the opposite sex parent, well, it's his mother. Well, they had a good relationship. So that was different from then my upbringing, where I didn't have a close relationship with my mother. So that's part of it. And I don't know all the details yet. I have a lot of suppressed memories, but it's still, I didn't get a certain interaction at home, and I didn't know better, and I didn't process things right. Or maybe I have a brain chemical short in my brain. I don't know all the details, but that's why I'll always gauge into arguing and getting mad with other people, because don't make me look a certain kind of way in front of other people. And since it happened to me, I was hurt, and this is me. I have to take responsibility. Was I would then try to hurt you, and then that's wrong on me. I can't keep blaming my parents and other people. That I take accountability for. It's like, you did something to me. They might say I wasn't trying to hurt you, but that's how I process it. You try to hurt me, and I know what hurts me, so I'm going to use that to hurt you. And that's wrong. It's like, a lot of times people who get abused a certain way, they start abusing other people that kind of way. And so therefore, that comes a lot of the anger that I'm suffering with. I have a lot of anger because I never learned love like that. So that's something I have to learn, is learning love versus transaction. And so I have a lot of anger because I'm not getting the love that I want. And anytime someone says something to me, look at me a certain way, whatever, that makes me feel like, okay, well, this may not go favorable my way, it sends me into a rage, and I'm ready to argue, ready to yell, ready to scream, or whatever, do something to sabotage a person, whether then on the spot or do it later on. So that's very narcissistic. And so now my goal is now trying to learn love. Well, I don't know what love is. I still, even different people interact with me, it's like, well, you're getting something out of it. I don't want to hear you're doing something out of niceness, out of love. I'm like, no, you're still getting something out of it, because why don't you deal with that person? If I'm the one with mental problems and issues, how come you're not dealing more with this person? Maybe they are, but I don't see it. And so that's something I still struggle with. So that's been on my mind recently. That, okay, a new little breakthrough that I have to work on is the overcoming the transactions, overcoming that transactional way of doing things. So that's, I guess, the theme of this video. Love versus transactions, like, to that degree. So that's one thing I'm learning. Last time I learned about letting go of the pain. Okay, now it's like, hey, accepting responsibility. Why do you keep getting angry, Kevin? Kev Eternal. Why you keep getting angry, upset? Well, that's something with me. That's the issue I have. I can't blame nobody else. So that's something I have to pray on. I have to keep reading the Bible more on, and work on discovering love. A lot of different things that I might have been into, I was discouraged because, hey, maybe my parents, other people, like, oh, well, that's not, according to the peer group they have, that doesn't sound right coming. So then I'm being discouraged from doing something that I really could have developed the love for. So now I learned how to have low self-worth. Like, hey, everybody else is more important than me. Now the Bible says be lowly, but it's like you still got to have some type of self-worth, so then you can do things that God can bless, and then you can do what you do, best. Like, some people are good at singing, some people are good at dancing, some people are good at organizing. You still have to have some kind of self-worth to kind of take interest in something, and be able to develop that into a talent, just like with the talents in the Bible, where each one were given a talent or a certain amount of talents, but they increased it. One increased it to 5, one increased it to 3, the other one just buried it. in the ground. You just buried your talent. You never did anything with it, so you never even expanded on it. And so it was a wasted talent. Wasted money and wasted, I guess, figuratively speaking, your talent, your skill. And so now I have to learn love, and it's like, oh man, I feel so far behind everybody. I'm like, I'm 42, like I said, gray hairs and everything. But hey, if you never learned it, you never learned it. Uh, if you never learned it, you never learned it. If I was blind for that long, I was just blind for that long. There's people who had broken, crooked limbs, and then in time later on in life, modern technology, better surgeries, they were able to get it fixed. So it's just one of those things I couldn't see. But now I'm starting to see, and I'm not even saying I'm fully there yet, but now I'm starting to become more aware now. Thanks to God, I've been praying, soften my heart. So all praise go to God, Jehovah, Yahweh, all praise, or some people pronounce it Yehovah, the one true God. And then, sent his only begotten son, Jesus Christ, who died. He was crucified for our sins. I'm a Christian. And all praise, learning like, hey, been praying, hey, that my heart been softened. And then, I have friends and stuff like that. They've been showing love to me. And even sometimes I fight with them because I never really learned love. Like, oh, I believed in transactions. I never believed in a love or whatever like that. So that's something I'm starting to learn. I got to be vulnerable with, keep praying that my heart be softened and, do better. And so that's, I've been putting out the video. I'm supposed to be doing these videos every day or whatever, at least more than this. But hey, I've been slipping, be all in my head. So at least I got this out. I feel good. Like, okay, I do something. This is, the more you procrastinate, you're just gonna keep procrastinating. So, what do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? So that was the theme of this video: love versus transactional relationships. Something to think about. That's something I'm working on processing, and hopefully, give you a better update of my progress. And so that's something, what about you? How do you feel about that? Do you understand what I'm saying, or do you have any input for me, or do you know someone who's going through that? Please leave a comment. So I appreciate it. If you watch the video to the full, I thank you. Like, subscribe, and yeah, please comment, give support. I'm open to your suggestions, or just your experiences, or whatever. So I appreciate it. So until next time, thank you, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And please put God first. And yeah, that's it. And I'm trying to I did another video, said that learning that I am enough, and I still struggle with that because I always dealt with transaction, who can give a better transaction than me. So I never felt like I am enough, and so that's something I'm struggling with, something I'm working on, praying on, and I am enough, and that's that. So appreciate your time. Thank you. Peace out. Bye.